Começar a gravar. E aí, rapaziada do YouTube, beleza? Bom, vamos começando gravando aqui mais um vídeo de Mass Effect. Hoje eu vou fazer algumas missões secundárias, vou conversar com a equipe Nomad depois da missão de Garrus. E vou fazer algumas missões secundárias, né? Pra gente adiantar algumas partes assim dos vídeos, né? Perfeito. E aí, fazendo essas missões secundárias, a gente manda bala. Hoje eu tô subindo no YouTube lá um vídeo, aqui no YouTube, né, também. É um vídeo de 4 horas da jogatina que eu fiz ontem, tá? Então tá bem completo o vídeo, tem missões secundárias lá e tem a missão principal também. Tá tudo separadinho lá por capítulos lá, então você vai curtir bastante lá. Beleza? Bom, aqui foi onde a gente terminou a missão, né? Onde a gente geralmente termina as missões principais aqui. Então aquela lá, vou andar pela nave. Geralmente eu vou aqui no Joker primeiro. O que ele tem pra falar, as piadinhas que ele tem pra soltar. Vamos lá, Joker. Fala, Joker.
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies. Just thinking out loud here.
Tá, aí é normal, já soltou a piadinha dele.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Não tem muito o que conversar, porque aquela conversa a gente já teve, tá no vídeo 1, tá? A conversa que eu tive com o Joker tá no vídeo 1. Ou no vídeo 2, eu não lembro agora. Mas todos os vídeos eu converso com a tripulação, assim, a não ser quando eu faço uma missão secundária. Tem a área ali que não posso esquecer. Tem um Kaidan. Deixa eu falar com a Liara e Kaidan depois, por último. Vamos descer aqui. Aqui é onde está a maior parte da nossa tripulação, tá aqui. Vou começar com a Liara, que ela é mais... que fala mais, né? Eu começo com quem fala muito. Vamos lá.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
Ela é filha de cara.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
Vamos continuar.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up. But it's not all good. People like my father have enemies. And they're not above using me to get to him.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage. Something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed. And that reflects badly on both me and my father.
you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Seren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
Eu acho que ela quis dizer que os coreanos é uma sociedade muito isolada, não insulada que ela falou. Insulada não, é isolada. Provavelmente foi um erro de tradução aqui.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until
Muito
recently,
reclusos.
they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Seren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
Vamos ver aqui, investigar. Aqui a gente já perguntou sobre os Quarians, já perguntou sobre os Geths, sobre a peregrinação. A gente abriu um diálogo a mais aqui. O pai da Tali, então vamos perguntar sobre ele.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Que fala como se o pai dela fosse no passado, mas ele ainda tá vivo, né? Não morreu não. Ou se era próximo ao seu pai, ele tá vivo, né? Não morreu ainda, por enquanto.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
A mãe dela morreu, o pai dela ficou focado no trabalho depois disso. Então vamos ver.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy.
Too busy.
People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
Eu acho que a gente já terminou essas duas perguntas.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
A gente já terminou todos esses aqui, então
I should go.
eu devo ir.
See you later.
Terminamos de conversar com a Tali. Aqui tem esse aqui, mas ele já falou tudo que ele tinha para falar.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye.
Depois que a gente já conversou com ele uma vez, ele já falou tudo que tinha para falar. E aí vamos ver se a gente já liberou alguma outra conversa a mais aqui com ele.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared. one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up. To stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. He told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
É uma história pesada, hein? Dos Krogans, assim, né? O Wrex sofreu demais, assim, que ele teve que sair da terra natal dele. Exatamente por causa dessa história que a gente acabou de ouvir. Então vamos ouvir sobre a família dele.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Taun Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
So long, Wrex.
Aqui, ele deu uma missão principal, né, pra gente fazer. Aliar a arma que eu tenho que dar pra ela é uma pistola. Ela já tá com a melhor pistola disponível. A Thalia, a melhor arma tem que ser uma escopeta. Ela já tá com a melhor escopeta disponível. O Wrex. O Wrex é fuzil de assalto. Fuzil de assalto, escopeta. Tem essa daqui, ó, katana 4. Melhor escopeta possível. Vamos ser essa daqui. Tem essa armadura Krogan. Essa titã pesada. Vou tá com a melhor armadura possível. Aliás, deixa eu ver se a Leara tá com a melhor armadura possível que ela pode usar. Não. Ela tá ali. Opa, tem uma aqui pra ela. Uma armadura leve. Então é isso, acho que a outra ela não pode usar. O Wrex já foi, vamos ver o Garrus. Fuzil de assalto. Bom, ele já está com o melhor disponível. Vou pegar uma arma boa para ele aqui. Nível 5. Magnata. Armadura termal. Peça de sobrevivente. Caetã. Vou pegar uma arma pra ele aqui, tá bom? Escopeta. Armadura. Acho que essa aqui é melhor pra ele. Acesso de sobrevivente 2. E vamos pra Ashley. Com arma mais pesada, 158, 172. Opa, 197. Tocar a melhor escopeta disponível. Tocar a melhor pistola disponível. Agora vou ver para a Alp dela. 148. Acho que tá com a melhor arma aqui é o gladiador, mas eu vou pegar o nível 5. Essa fênix aqui, ó. O gladiador 2 é boa, mas buffer cinético, buffer. Perfeito, vamos conversar com a Ashley aqui.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized. He never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I met Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. Same as you, I expect. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
I was an only child, but I get the idea. At least one of my parents was always on duty.
Yeah, military families, eh? With schedules like that, it's a wonder we ever have kids anymore. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobyl. Same cluster, but a dozen Hawaii away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand-to-hand.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. She hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Ela tá dando aviso aqui pra ele.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter. Only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Pronto. Acho que falou bastante, hein? Pra quem não queria falar nada no começo, né? Falou pra caramba.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Gotta admire those colonials. That's about the worst place for a colony I've ever seen. Given the option, I'd get the hell out of Dodge.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Falou muito. Mas isso é bom, porque ele tá desenrolando os relacionamentos que ele precisa ter no jogo 1, né?
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market. They're not as bad as the Cyclones. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Saelon, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. There was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatened? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was a big break. These people weren't just Dr. Saelon's employees. They were test tubes, walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties, and the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. We just used them to make more organs. They wouldn't miss him.
Well, it's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Patton and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Saelon?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Saelon, I'm gonna be there when you find him.
Aqui pegamos mais uma missão com Garrus, né? São duas missões aqui abaixo, uma com Wrex e uma com
Looking
Garrus.
for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Eu vou vender as coisas que eu tenho. Vou vender tudo, peraí. Não vou usar tudo. Vou vender tudo. $250, 260, 270, 280, 300. Consigo 400. 400. Será que eu consigo 500? Consegui 500. 600. 700. Agora eu vou comprar uma arma só, que é um fuzil de precisão que eu preciso. Esse aqui, ó. Fuzil de precisão. Ótimo, é o que eu preciso. Vamos falar com o Kaidan. Depois eu falo com a Liara. Última Liara, sim.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewall we've had from the Council.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on it when my head starts hurting. Their L2 flare up.
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course. Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
I haven't heard anything about kinetics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Iso. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on.
Não,
They
peraí,
were
eu
afraid
já
of
tinha
what
visto.
people back home would think, asking the Turians for help.
Só pra ter certeza que eu tinha feito a pergunta certa que eu acabei
The Asari
esquecendo.
would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
I'm sure Kinetics did what they
It
thought was
wasn't
best.
best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad there aren't many aliens like the Thorian. I think my stomach could take it. One of my cousins has an agribusiness. I was thinking of calling him. Maybe we can get some shipments into Ferros. I mean, now that they're cut off from the company.
Acho que já fiz essa pergunta. Ele vai.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Vai desenrolar um. Doutora Jogos. Não tem nada pra falar. Nesse primeiro jogo ela não fala muito não.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Já fez cultura Asari.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha. You share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Bom, acho que a gente interrompeu aqui.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Não tem nada para conversar mais. Bom, vamos fazer algumas missões secundárias. Principalmente duas. Medicina. Ótimo. Principalmente duas aqui que eu peguei, ó, até as missões principais, que essa daqui é a última. Tem uma que a gente pegou em Ferros ali, né? Essa daqui da atividade Get. Tem essas duas aqui, uma do Garrus e uma do Wrex. Eu vou pegar a do Garrus primeiro. Que o Garrus te contou sobre o encontro com o Dr. Saelon, um geneticista. Ele lamenta por ter deixado escapar da primeira vez e espera que você possa rastreá-lo e levá-lo diante da justiça. Vá para as coordenadas. As coordenadas vai para o sistema Herschel no confim de Clapper. Sistema Herschel. Então a gente vai para lá.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comrade.
Então, mais uma missão principal.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander. But they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Ok, isso aqui é uma missão principal, que apareceu agora, uma missão principal. Vermeer. E eu vou pra lá. Depois que eu fizer essa de Novéria. Aí depois eu faço essa daqui, pela ordem, né? Se eu for nessa daqui, é uma missão que pode ter um impacto muito forte, dependendo das escolhas que você fizer lá. Então vamos lá, vamos concentrar nessas missões secundárias aqui, ó. Principalmente nessa aqui do Garrus e do Wrex. Saindo de Ferros. Tem uma aqui ó, essa daqui que a gente tá do lado. Até o sistema Herschel, que é esse daqui que a gente tem que ir, ó. Que é onde está a missão do Garrus. Mas eu vou aqui só pra... desencargo.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I've received some information I thought you'd want to see, Commander. Someone is killing former Alliance scientists. There have been 4 deaths in the past month.
I'm happy to look into it, Admiral. What can you tell me?
We found a connection between the scientists and you. They all worked on a classified project several years ago, on a cruise.
This can't have anything to do with what happened to me on the cruise.
Those Thresher Maws killed dozens of soldiers. If this was more than just an accident, we need to know. Commander, Shepard, what you do with this is up to you. I just thought you'd want to know. There was one other scientist on the project, Dr. Wayne. I'm transmitting his last known coordinates. Good luck. 5th Fleet out.
Vamos ver. Eu gosto de pegar por linhas, sabe? Essa primeira linha que já foi, eu vou nessa segunda linha. Prospecção de gás. Eu vou para essa terceira linha. Tá aqui. Ah, vamos aterrissar nesse planeta. Para a esquerda. Não foi? Por aí. Assim eu vou pra lá. Muito bem.
Perimeter secured.
Ensina. Fala, filhão. Não tem mais nada aqui. Quase morri. Nexus. Aqui, ó. Armadura leve humana, sobrevivente 7. Armadura leve humana, sobrevivente 7. Tem mais alguma coisa aqui? Não tem nada, nada. né? Essa missão é Cientistas Mortos.
Stay back! I've got no grief with you. All I want is this bastard.
Please! He's a madman! Mr. Toombs, you're insane! You need help!
Shut up! You don't get to lie. You don't... Shepard? My God. Shepard, is that you?
Corporal Toombs? But I saw you die on a cruise. How did you get here?
They took me, Shepard. The scientists.
You can't prove any of this! This man is delusional!
See, they were running tests on the Thresher Maws. They let those things hit us just to watch and study. I woke up in a holding cell. The scientists were delighted I'd survived. Now they had someone to run tests on.
Toombs, I didn't see anybody. If I'd seen you, I'd have come back for you, I swear.
You can't believe Toombs! He doesn't have any proof! I demand a fair trial!
He was there! You bastard! He knows the truth! They're part of some organization, Cerberus, that runs secret tests like this. They treated me like a lab animal. This man deserves to die, Shepard. For you, for me, for everyone else in the unit. Are you with me?
You're better than this, Toombs. You're not like them.
Don't tell me who I am. You got away with a few scratches and a scary reputation. The rest of the unit died, and I was tortured for years, Shepard. You can't judge me. You don't have the right.
Toombs, if I could have helped you on a cruise, I would have. All I can do is help now. Let me.
Okay. I'm no murderer. They couldn't make me one. Just as long as he goes to trial. Maybe the screaming will stop now. I don't know.
Those bastards can't hurt you anymore. Joker, tell the 5th Fleet we need a ship for pickup.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Só pegar esses minerais e sair desse planeta. Essa foi a missão mais relacionada com o background que a gente escolheu para eles. Né? Lá no começo do jogo, a gente escolheu um background pro personagem. Então, algumas missões aparecem mais ou menos. Contando esse background. Bom, acho que já foi. Vou voltar para Normandy. E agora nós realmente vamos ajudar o Garrus. Tripulação. Garrus. Volta.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I reviewed your report on the situation, Commander. I'm glad to see you were able to take Dr. Wayne in alive. Now we can put him on trial and get some answers. Corporal Toombs seems to have found some closure, and hopefully with therapy, he'll have a normal life again someday. I hope this helped you find some peace, Commander. Thank you. Good for me out.
Já foi. Agora a gente tá na nave que do Dr. Heard. Dr. Heard. Dr. Heard. Então a gente tem que levar quem? Ele e ele. Garrus, né? Mais principalmente o Garrus, por causa dessa missão é dele, né? Esquadrão. Senhor da Guerra no máximo. Forma física no máximo. Escopeta tá no máximo. Armadura de combate tá no máximo. Alteração. Êxtase. Vamos ver o equipamento do Garrus. Então eu posso ficar com essa aqui pra mim. Escopeta. Eu não uso tanto, então eu posso pegar a de nível mais alto.
Now it gets fun. Sai pra lá, diabo. Time for payback.
Tem nada aqui. Só achar alguma caixa. Nada. Do outro lado. Nada. Nada também.
Good as new.
Thank you. Thank you for saving me from those things.
Commander, that's him. That's Dr. Saelon.
What? My name is Hart. Dr. Hart. Please, get me out of here.
Are you sure it's him?
Positive. There's no escape this time, Doctor. I'd harvest your organs first, but we don't have the time.
You're crazy. He's crazy. Please, don't let him do this to me.
We'll take him in. Drop him off with the military.
But we have him. We can't let him get away. Not again.
If he dies, we'll never know what he's been up to or how he did it. We'll take him in, interrogate him, and he'll serve his time.
Okay. You're right.
Você tem sorte.
You owe the commander your life.
Oh, thank you so very much.
Finally!
And so he died anyway. What was the point of that?
You can't predict how people will act, Garrus. But you can control how you'll respond. In the end, that's what really matters.
Yeah. I don't think I ever met anyone like you, Commander. Well, I guess we're done here.
O trabalho aqui terminou, hora de voltar para Normandy. Não antes de pegar não sem antes de pegar os equipamentos. Amplificador biótico. Bom, ele ia tentar fugir, né? Escapar. A gente pegou, deu um tiro nele. Encerramos aqui a missão do Dr. Saelon. Ajudamos o Garrus a limpar a consciência dele aqui. De ter pego o cara. Agora a gente volta pra nave. E voltando pra nave, a gente fala com o Garrus. Pra ver como é que ele tá, né? Que a missão foi dele. A gente vê como é que ele tá agora.
Commander, good to see you. Commander, how are you?
Ele não fala nada. Então, bora pra missão do Wrex, pegar a armadura da família dele. Diário, armadura familiar, ó. Armadura familiar está escondido numa base em algum aglomerado de Argus Hole. Argus Hole. Em Argus Hole a gente tem dois sistemas.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
General distress call from the Sacred Angel Medical Transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Argos. Communications failing. Life support, emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Tem uma mensagem estranha ali. Vamos aterrissar. Eu acho que não tem nada a ver não com a missão do Wrex, não. Vou levar a Yara e a Tali. Eletrônica, primeiros socorros. Tem a Liara também aqui, velho. Mecânica aquariana. Vai ser essas duas aqui. Mapa para ver onde a gente tá. Eu vou reto. Bom, agora que eu fui reto, vou descer para a direita. Já achei uma coisa ali. Tá perto. É bom fazer essas missões secundárias aqui, mesmo sabendo que é uma armadilha, porque ela vai liberando algumas armas para você também. Nível de perigo 2.
There is the wreckage. I do not see any survivors though.
Careful, Shepard. I've got a bad feeling about this. Geth! It's a trap!
Nossa! Subimos de nível. Acabou pegando. Não tem nada aqui, ó. Não tem nada aqui. Bora. Intimidação não. Primeiros socorros. Intimidação, barreira. Mecânica coreana. Peguei o equipamento. Vamos pro mapa. Vai nessa direção e depois a gente sobe. Agora é só subir. Agora deixa eu ver se a... tem decodificação? Tem. Vai subir. Falei que vai subir, porque vai subir, rapaz. Chegou aqui no limite. Vamos para outra direção aqui. Tá aqui.
On my way.
Comecei. Eu acho que já acabou. Vou só uma descida aqui só pra desencargo. Mas eu acho que já acabou. Pegando. Pronto, só voltar para a nave. Agora que a gente voltou para a nave, a gente vai ver a missão secundária de recuperar a armadura da família do Wrex. Então bora lá. Tá aqui nesse sistema. Desse ponto eu vou ter que levar ele. Ah tá. Já foi no planeta que é pra ir, ó. Nesse. Vamos ver se a gente acha alguma coisa nesses. Bom, provavelmente não tem. Aqui tem. Aterrissar. Esse é o time mais equilibrado que a gente tem. Provavelmente essa daqui é a região que a gente vai ter que finalizar. Eu vou chegar aqui perto, mas eu vou entrar ali por último. Eu entro ali primeiro, já recupero, já era. Vou fazer isso já. Vou entrar ali primeiro, já faço já o que tem que fazer. Aqui essa linha vermelha aqui, ó, que aparece no mapa aqui na parte de baixo, é o limite que eu posso andar, né? É o limite máximo de onde eu posso ir. Nossa! O cara sobreviveu. Eu preciso usar essa habilidade aqui, eu preciso usar. Armadura tática. Carga de poder biótico, esse daqui.
This is the place. My armor's here somewhere.
Então bora lá, bora pegar ela de volta. Fala sério, hein? Você usou o poder antes de eu usar? Sai da frente, Wrex. Oi? Sai da frente.
Go, go, go!
Ah, tá aqui em cima. Deixa eu matar. Opa! Pronto.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Aqui não tem nada. Aqui não tem nada. Aqui não tem nada. Kit médico. Codificação difícil. Aqui, ó. Nossa, quase. Não dava para fazer. Aqui não, aqui ó, mesmo aqui. Nossa, dava pra esperar um pouquinho só, cara. Esperei demais. Agora. Interface médica. Amplificador biótico, eu preciso. Amplificador. Esse aqui é um amplificador biótico? Não, esse é o amplificador biótico. Nível 7. Deixa eu ver o que mais tem. Eu preciso colocar um desse na Liara. Depois eu vejo isso aqui. Mas. E num Wrex.
This is it. I can't believe my ancestors ever wore this piece of crap, but at least I've got it back.
I'm glad we could help you get it back.
I might just be starting to like you, Shepard.
Toca a armadura do seu avô. Sua expressão é talvez reflexiva. É difícil saber o que um Krogan pensa, então esse sacode recolhe sua arma com propósito renovado. É hora de seguir em frente. Isso aqui é como se fosse uma missão de lealdade, né? Você faz ela com Wrex e com Garrus. Então é como se fosse a missão de lealdade no... Provavelmente essa aqui foi o tipo de missão que inspirou a missão de lealdade do jogo 2. Então é legal. Então terminamos aqui, vamos só explorar o resto desse planeta. Explorando o resto do planeta, a gente partir para outra missão secundária. Vou direcionar esse mapa para cá. A direção, né? Nunca pode esquecer de salvar que esse planeta aqui agora direcionar lá pra cima. Como eu falei, essa parte vermelha aqui, ó, que tá no mapa, ali no canto inferior direito, é o máximo onde eu posso ir. Olha, o cara manda a gente voltar quando a gente entra muito nessa área vermelha. Mas eu preciso pegar esse negócio. Aqui, ó. Deixa eu ver. Bora. Pro outro lado.
I'm on my way.
Opa.
Redeploy.
Cover me. Cover me.
Não tem nada aqui. Vamos voltar. Bom, terminamos a missão do Garrus. Vamos lá falar com ele, ver se a gente consegue falar com ele. Do Wrex. Se não, a gente encerra a missão dele e vamos para outra missão. Deixa eu falar com o Garrus aqui para ver se...
Commander, what can I do for you?
Something bothering you?
It's Sarah. I'm starting to wonder whether we'll ever find him. He's always one step ahead of us, and he's got those damn Geth.
We're getting close, Garrus. We'll find him.
I wish I had your confidence. I just can't stand the thought of him getting away with everything he's done. I know you're doing everything you can, and if anyone can catch him, it's you, but if there's anything else I can do to help, anything, just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it.
I understand your concern, but we'll find him. Just make sure you're ready to go when we do.
Yes, sir. I'll be ready. Can I ask you something, Commander?
What is it?
Are you worried that the Council might be protecting Sarah? I mean, they were really dragging their heels before. What if we find him, Bring him back to the Citadel, and they refuse to act.
I get the feeling this isn't a question. Speak your mind, Garrus.
Well, maybe we shouldn't give them the chance, Commander. In my opinion, Saren's too dangerous to be kept alive. Too much could happen. He could escape, or the Council might let him go. If we find him, when we find him, I say we make sure we stop him, permanently.
If Saren won't listen to reason, if he forces my hand, I'll kill him in a heartbeat. But only if it's absolutely necessary.
But what's the point in keeping him alive? It just gives him an opportunity to escape or convince the Council to listen to him. And what about the Geth? They might try to free him.
We know more about Saren's plans than anyone. But what do we really know? If we just kill him, we lose the chance to find out.
Yeah, I see your point. Do you really think there's more to know, other than the fact that he's a raving lunatic?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's not a chance I'm willing to take.
Yes, sir.
Shepard.
So, you'd rather be a merc than help your people?
I'm a fighter. It's what I do.
Aren't you at all worried about what will happen to the Krogan?
What the hell do you want me to do about it, Shepard? I'm tired of sticking my ass on the line and getting nothing for it.
So you're just giving up on your people?
I gave up on fighting for a lost cause. I'm no hero, Shepard. Bottom line, killing for credits simplifies things.
You ever think about helping your people?
I try not to. But there's a lot of Krogan mercs out there. I'm always running into them. Half the time I'm being paid to kill them. But that's just part of the job. You don't get to pick who your enemies are.
How long have you been a merc?
Long enough. I took my first contract right after I left my home system. It's good work if it doesn't kill you.
I get the feeling you enjoy your work.
Sure. You get to see the galaxy on someone else's credits, and most days end with a good fight. I've tried more organized fighting, private armies and such, but it gets too messy. I fight best on my own, or in very small groups. I don't like people relying on me, and I bloody well don't like relying on them.
Acho que a gente já fez todas as perguntas.
So long, Wrex.
Lenkel, salve Lenkel. Não tinha visto sua mensagem. Lenkel, salve. Por aí ainda? Só para ter a chance de vender. Amplificador. Tá ali. Ela tá com os melhores equipamentos. Deixa eu ver. Eu na parte de granadas. Explosiva. Amplificador. Tá certo. Acho que eu posso vender. Vou falar com a Ashley.
Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up what's her name? Tisoni?
Haha, ela começou com os ciúmes.
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. Anyway, interested in a quick drink? It's a special occasion.
What's the occasion?
It's Armistice Day, when the First Contact War ended. My family always marks it. Since I'm the only Williams aboard, I thought I'd ask you.
Seems like an odd thing to celebrate. That was 26 years ago.
In our family, it's not really a celebration, more like an obligation. Don't tell me you don't know about my family. My commanders always find out. It's not in my files or something?
There's almost nothing in your files. Technical scores and a list of crap assignments.
There's a reason for the crap assignments. I'm General Williams' granddaughter, the commander of the Shanxi garrison in the war. The only human ever to surrender to an alien race.
Tá em dos motivos dela ser contra, né?
I see. That's why you drive yourself so hard.
A Williams has to be better than the best, if only to avoid suspicion. That's what my dad told me the night before he retired. It takes a special kind of thick-headed to march into a job where your family's blacklisted. I did it anyway. I'm not gonna let our name go down with Arnold and Quisling. Granddad deserved better than that.
What happened to your grandfather after the war?
He was relieved of command as soon as Shanxi was liberated. They brought him back to Earth in irons, but there was never a trial. They quietly demoted him and stuck him behind a desk. He retired a year later and spent the rest of his life working construction in the colonies. Sometimes we hear about attempts to get him exonerated in some official way. Nothing ever comes of it.
As I recall, your grandfather held out for a long time.
The Turians wrecked the orbitals in the first wave and occupied the major cities. They sat in orbit, dropping rocks on anything that moved. Granddad dispersed the troops, but when they went into the cities for supplies, the Turians would wreck a block to eliminate one fire team. Civilians were dying, his troops were starving, and he couldn't contact Alliance High Command. So he surrendered the garrison.
I should have figured this out myself. I don't know how I can help you, though.
Look at who I am, Shepard. Do you ever hear me ask for help? It's not that bad things don't happen to me. If you stay with me long enough, maybe I'll tell you about some of them. But I deal with them myself. I don't need a shoulder to cry on, a knight to rescue me, or a man to make me happy. This is who I am. I like her. And you better like her too. So, you still interested in me? Baggage and all?
Everyone comes with baggage, Ash. The trick is finding a matched set.
That's awful. Tell me you got that out of a fortune cookie. But hey, once we save the galaxy, maybe the Alliance will get its act together. Start acting like an actual government.
The Alliance isn't perfect, but it does well enough.
Have to disagree with you there, Skipper. Giving aliens the run of our most advanced ship? Kowtowing to the Council?
The Alliance should be able to stand on its own. We can't. Yet. Why not learn from the races who've been standing for the last 1,000 years?
How can you say that, given everything we've seen out here? They're already acting like Saren is our problem. Already sicking us on the bear. The Council races will always think of themselves first. It's human nature. We can't afford to trust them. Not if the survival of humanity is on the line.
Ash, you believe in God, an infallible, all-knowing creator with a plan for the universe. You think the diversity of views in the galaxy wasn't part of that?
I don't know what God intends, Shepard. I don't think humans have some divine mandate, if that's what you mean. I don't think we're superior.
Humans are aggressive. We think fast, we move fast. Wars have started because of our need for constant progress. The Council can balance that.
Well, that's... Huh. Guess I never thought of it that way. All big picture, I mean. It doesn't make what happened to Granddad any better, though.
What happened to your grandfather shouldn't have happened.
Well, at least somebody knows that. You and he would have gotten along. He was a tough old bastard. I have a feeling things will come to a head soon. But don't worry, Shepard. I'll protect you.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Gotta admire those colonials. That's about the worst place for a colony I've ever seen. Given the option, I'd get the hell out of Dodge.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Já falei com os dois.
Looking for supplies?
Vou vender.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Vou vender tudo que eu tenho do nível até o nível 7. Até o nível 6. Vou ficar com as coisas de nível 7. Ó, nível 4, nível 5. Nível 6. Pronto, tá aqui as coisas de nível 7. Então eu vou vender tudo, porque eu já coloquei nas minhas armas. Eu posso comprar coisas. Tendo aqui o nível 8, fuzil de precisão de nível 8. Escopeta, armadura level mana gladiator, nível 6. 142.500. Eu tenho 1 milhão. Ah, vou comprar. O equipamento aqui. Vou usar. Vou usar. Vou vender para ele a que eu tinha.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Vender, pronto, vendi.
It feels like we're getting near the end, doesn't it, Shepard? With Saren, I mean.
It won't be much longer. One way or another, it'll all be over soon.
You'll find the conduit before he does. I know you will. You have to. And after this is all over, when my pilgrimage ends and I go back to my own people, I'll be proud to say I was a part of it.
We couldn't have done this without you, Telly.
You've been good to me. A lot of people treat Quarians like second-class citizens. They just want us to go back to our fleet and disappear. But you've treated me just like everyone else on your crew. Like an equal. That means a lot, and it says something about you. Whatever happens, I just want to say thank you for that.
I'm going to miss you when you go back to your own people, Telly.
That won't happen for a while yet. I'll be right here anytime you need me.
I should go.
See you later.
Eu acho que eu já tive todas as conversas que eu tinha que ter com ela aqui, né? Normal. Vou ver se eu tenho alguma conversa com o Kaidan. Que geralmente ele é o que a gente menos conversa aqui, né?
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I didn't figure you'd have time to talk with all that's going on. There's gotta be some xenobiologists who want to read about the thorium.
The paperwork will keep. Something on your mind?
I'm just looking for an ear. That a briefing wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is. Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
Wanting to believe everything will be fine? Sounds like human nature to me.
Yeah, I guess some things carry across species well enough. I should remember that after what happened with Vernus.
I think you'd carry a grudge over the crap you took from Vernus.
Before I met Vernus, I knew as much as any other civilian. Aliens were weird, superior, and tried to tell us what to do. I mean, it's only been 26 years since first contact. That's not a lot of time to understand them. It was Vernus who made me see how human aliens are. They're not different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us. Hell, by the time I got payback, I didn't even want it anymore.
I don't see you snapping very easily. What finally did it?
He hurt Rana. Broke her arm. She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed, you know? Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do, just something. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. Kept shouting how they should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. And that's when the knife came up. A military-issue talon, right in my face. I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. At 17, that's something.
You wanted to help a girl you cared for. That's a noble thing.
Maybe my intentions were noble, but I lost control. I killed him, Shepard. Snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they got him to an infirmary quick enough, but they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Bob training was shut down. Kinetics folded a couple of years later. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Turian. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
A reasonable stance. Keep that level head and we'll do fine.
Staying reasonable is about all we've got left. Everyone else in this galaxy seems to have gone out of their minds. Present company accepted, of course.
Pronto. Tivemos uma outra conversa com o Kaidan, vamos ter uma conversa com a Liara. E a gente já parte para outra missão secundária.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what happened on Akuz. The fact that you survived shows a remarkable strength.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
Não vou usar.
I care about Ash. A lot.
I thought so. Still, I feel as if there is also some attraction between us, Shepard.
You're right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
Não precisa fazer.
These things never make sense. They just happen. We get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking for a protector. This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. You. I need some time.
Você começou.
Take all the time you need, Liara.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
I should go.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Pronto. Vamos ver quais missões, quais tarefas que a gente tem aqui para fazer. Pesquisadores desaparecidos. Tem as atividades get que eu vou fazer no vídeo separado. Essas insígnias aqui eu já estou pegando, já cada planeta que eu estou fazendo eu estou pegando um pouco, né? Transmissões estranhas, cientistas mortos, tem uma parte aqui dos cérebros, essa missão também eu vou fazer por último. Eu vou pegar a missão da aquisição hostil, eliminar os senhores dos crimes. Gemini Sigma. Tá. Vamos pegar os senhores da guerra e vamos eliminá-los da parte da Helena Blake. Acho que eu vou encerrar o vídeo aqui, porque eu vou editar. E aí eu editando o vídeo, eu subo ele, assim, ele não fica tão grande para upar no YouTube, né? E aí fica mais fácil e aí eu deixo eles mais separados por contexto, né? Então aqui eu fiz a missão secundária, conversei com a tripulação, fiz a missão do Garrus, fiz a missão do Wrex e é isso. Agora eu vou editar os vídeos, subir no YouTube e amanhã eu continuo com essa série aqui, com a parte de missão secundária ainda, né? E é isso. Falou, rapaziada. Valeu, até mais.